First on 11 Alive News at 6, when minutes matter, former employees at the 911 Cobb County Dispatch Center are now raising alarms about the safety concerns there. A severe staffing shortage is forcing the department to make difficult choices about who picks up when you call 911. Caitlin Ross is holding the powerful accountable in a story you'll only see on 11 Alive.
There is a nationwide shortage of 911 operators, and many places are getting desperate. A 911 center in Washington closed, and in Wisconsin, they're asking for volunteers to come in and staff the lines. Here in Cobb County, they're having to make their own difficult decisions. But former operators worry it's coming at the cost of safety. Tina Rutledge lives hundreds of miles away in retirement, but her heart is still at the Cobb 911 center.
I feel like I'm still part of it. I have never met a 911 operator that ever took that task lightly. That's kind of what we do, what we live for. We want to make sure everybody's okay. We want to make sure our units go home safe every night.
She took an early retirement just a year before being fully vested because she says she couldn't bear to stay.
They're just done. They're tired. They're burnt out. They're starting to have anxiety issues or starting to have depression issues. They don't feel heard. They don't feel validated.
She's one of 36 Cobb operators who quit in the last year. That's nearly 20% of the entire workforce at the center. Rutledge says that is putting people and police officers at risk.
It's an operator and officer safety issue because you're overwhelming those dispatchers.
That's because the center had to combine radio channels for police officers trying to reach dispatch because they don't have enough operators. So we took her concerns directly to the 911 director in Cobb County.
Our job is extremely stressful. We deal with somebody's crisis on their worst day. We're dealing with their worst crisis on their worst day.
Melissa Altirio took over 18 months ago, and she says she had to make the hard choice to combine radio channels for police officers to keep the lines staffed.
Is there always a risk? Absolutely. There's a risk whether we have 7 officers on a radio or 67 officers on a radio.
She says the FCC allows up to 100 officers on the same channel. They're averaging around 25. And she says in the past year, there has never been a time when an officer couldn't get through. Plus, they're aggressively recruiting new operators.
Do you feel like there is a public safety issue here?
There's always a public safety concern. I mean, that's the business that we're in. Do I feel like there's anything that's added to a public safety concern here by our processes? No.
Altirio says they did 3 things immediately to address safety concerns. First, offer incentives for operators to stay who already work there. Second, eliminate the testing requirement to get more applicants in. And then third, focusing on the mental health of the operators there by adding a counselor on staff.
All right, Caitlin, thank you so much.